Hi. I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. I'm just going to breathe for a moment and we will see what comes through. It is currently February and spring will be here before we know it. And it's time to reflect on yourself. Spring comes and brings new life. And in bringing new life, we can start fresh. Everything feels fresh in the spring. The sun shines again, the grass is green, the flowers pop out, the trees get their leaves. Everything is new. Everything grows in the spring. As should we. When spring comes, we should take the time to reflect on our winter, our internal winter. Because just as winter comes in nature, winter comes within our bodies. We become stagnant. We become cold, I guess. We can lose touch with ourselves as our internal winter arises. And we get comfortable in our dens, comfortable in our homes, comfortable in how we feel, and comfortable in who we are. But we were never meant to stay in one place. We are meant to grow every year. We grow each day. But every year, you're a brand new person. Look back on the years of your life. Each year, you were in a different place. Mentally, maybe physically. But spring is a good time to reflect on yourself and to reflect on the things that have become stagnant. What emotions are lingering that you haven't dealt with? What have you been neglecting? Have you been neglecting yourself? I know I have. So in the winter, I hate to be cold, and showering becomes difficult because of the transition between getting in, getting out, being wet. So we need to take better care of ourselves as spring comes. Spring reminds us that life is beautiful and that life is worth living. Spring reminds us that even after the dead of winter, the flowers always rise. And even after a hard season in life, you can rise. You can become better from the hardships. You grow from them. Some seeds need to be buried under snow and cold in order to grow. Just as some of us need to sit with our emotions and be stagnant for a while to understand the things that we feel and to understand the things that we've been through. Let this spring bring you clarity. Take time to reflect on yourself, because when you do, you'll get a clearer picture of who you are. And when you have a clear picture of who you are, you build confidence. And when you build confidence, you walk through life with that confidence. And it shines, because the confidence is your light. The confidence is your true self shining through. And you can't be your true self if you're still hiding in your den that you made to stay warm during the winter. And get outside in nature, because nature is healing, especially in the spring when everything is warm and new. It's so healing to just sit in the sunshine, to feel the grass, to smell the fresh air. It heals you. It's why we feel so at ease in nature. It's why we feel so at ease when we step outside and take that breath of fresh air. And no matter how long your winter is, no matter how long you sit with your emotions and sit and reflect, spring will always come. You will always get to the other side. Because that's what growth is. And if you're not getting to the other side, if you're not growing, it means you're just sitting in your den. You're just holding on to emotions. You're living in the past. And you can't live for yesterday. You have to live for today. You can dream about tomorrow. You can dream about next week, next year. But you can only live today. Right now. And right now, you're likely sitting in a winter with our weather. If you're in a place that gets snow, I'm sure that you have secluded yourself. And even if you don't get snow and the temperatures just get cold, you hide from that. You stay home. You don't go out into the world. Some of us don't even go outside in the winter. And it causes us to be stagnant. It causes us to be stuck. Because if we're not moving within the world, we're not growing. And growth is all that we need to do. Growing is the answer. Moving forward. God's only request is that we move forward, that we keep going, and that we live for today, and that you hold a good heart while you do it. And in holding a good heart, your spring becomes even more beautiful, because the seeds you sow grow the flowers. And the more seeds you sow, the more flowers you have. We often don't take time to reflect, and we need to. Because reflection is not living in the past. Reflection is just learning from it. What did you learn? What helped you grow? And in finding the things that helped you grow, you understand what pushes you forward, what pushes you towards your spring. And when you emerge, you will be stronger, wiser, more balanced. And balance is the goal. The key to life is to be balanced, to find your center. Just like I keep saying with the light and the dark, we balance the light and the dark, and we live within the shadows in between. Because those shadows are the ups and downs of life. They're the gray matter. Not black, not white, but neutral, gray. And they drive us towards our true selves. They drive us towards the light, or they drive us towards the dark. We follow the path. And maybe you don't live in the shadows. Maybe you live in the dark. A lot of us live in the dark. And it's not possible to only live in the light. You can't be your best self at every single moment of the day. If you are, congratulations, you have figured life out. But it's not possible to be happy all the time. It's not possible to have only good things happen all the time. It's just not. Because good can't exist without bad. And I think we look at our winter, our internal winter, as a bad thing. We look at the reflection as a bad thing. The waiting is a bad thing. But it's not. All it is teaching you how to grow. It's teaching you how to be patient, how to wait for the good things to come. Because we know they're coming. We know the flowers will bloom in the spring. We know this. And if our flowers don't bloom, we didn't germinate them correctly. We didn't learn from our mistakes. We didn't learn from the reflection that we did during the winter. When spring comes, take time to reflect on your past. Take time to learn from it. Because the past is done. It's gone. It can't happen again. We can't change it. We can't fix it. But we can learn from it, always. We always can learn from the past. It's why we have memories. Because our memories hold our wisdom. Our wisdom comes from falling. Our wisdom comes from making mistakes. And in turn, growing from them. And just like the gardener has to practice planting, has to learn what helps certain plants grow, you must learn what helps you grow. Because we don't want to be stuck. We don't want to live with behaviors we don't like. We don't want to live with emotions that bother us. That's not what we want. What we want is for spring to come and for happiness and clarity and peace to return to our bodies, to return to our center, to return to the shadows between the light and dark. And in returning to those places, we find ourselves. We find out who we really are. And once you know who you are, nothing can stop you. Nothing can waver you. Nothing can make you question who you are because you know. I finally know who I am. And who I am will never be knocked down by anyone ever again. Because I have learned that what matters is my garden and what I grow. And what matters to you should be your garden. You can give advice. You can help others plant their gardens. You can sow seeds for them. But you can't make the flowers grow. They have to water their garden. They have to fertilize the soil. They must wait for the flowers to come up. You can't do that for them, no more than I can do it for you. But we can offer each other seeds, seeds of hope, seeds of knowledge, seeds of lessons, our own lessons shared. We can offer those seeds and we can plant them in others' lives. And when you plant those seeds, people grow from them what they need to. I've spent a long time in my garden, my metaphorical garden, searching for who I am, picking at the seeds that others have left and throwing out the rotten ones. And you must do the same, because not all seeds will grow. Not all seeds bear fruit. Some bear thorns. And weeds. And those are the things you want to leave out. Those are the things you want to take out of your garden. And in taking them out, you leave room for more growth. You leave room to plant the things that you want to plant versus the things that others have told you to plant. So we can get advice from anyone, and it doesn't always mean it's good. Maybe my advice isn't good to you. And that's okay. Not every lesson is for us. Some lessons are for your neighbor. Some seeds are for your neighbor. And we can guide each other to the correct seeds. We can help each other discern between a good seed and a bad seed. Winter doesn't last forever. Bad feelings don't last forever. Being stuck doesn't last forever. Feeling trapped in your own life won't last forever. I think oftentimes, even though we have hopes for the future, we get stuck thinking that future will never come. We get stuck believing that today is all there is and there will be nothing in my future. And if I can't fix it today, if I can't fix it right now, it will never be fixed. And that's just not true. Some things take time. It takes time to grow a garden. You don't plant seeds and immediately harvest your food. You wait months for it to slowly grow at its own pace. And you need to do the same with yourself. Slowly grow at your own pace, because spring will come and you will emerge from beneath the snow. Nothing can stop you. Don't let anything stop you. You're here to grow. Do it. Don't let anything hold you back. Not even yourself. Because sometimes we do hold ourselves back. We hold ourselves back out of fear, out of worry, which in turn is fear. We do hold ourselves back. We don't allow ourselves to plant our seeds. If you want to grow the garden, you must take care of it. And some seeds need to be germinated through a long winter before they can grow. Everything grows at its own pace. Nothing rushes the flowers. Nothing rushes the trees. They grow at their own pace. And so should you. You can't rush perfection. And perfection is only what it is in your eyes. Because nothing is truly perfect. What's perfect for me might not be perfect to you. But you have to find your own perfection. And in finding your own perfection, finding your own version of that, you get rid of what doesn't serve you. You release it. You pluck the weeds from your garden and toss them away. Because all they're going to do is strangle the fruit. Be kind to yourself. Take the seeds of life, discern them, and plant what serves you. Grow a garden that you can be proud of. And you will be proud of yourself.